87% sure that we're recording right now.
All right. Is there like some big red button we can look at to go to 100, the full 100? Is there? Which step is that? Which one?
If only it were that simple. I mean, there is a counter counting up.
Okay.
Counters are good. Counters
I've got
are
a record
good.
and a play button, which, if I remember correctly, on this board means that you hit record and then you choose the channels that you want to record from. And then you hit play and then it starts.
Mm-hmm.
Before, when you heard the old episode, I was just hitting play, and it was just playing what was already on the SD card.
Okay.
And then I knocked that off, and now I think we'll find out.
It's been a minute since I've read a dictionary, but those words sound right.
Yes.
Yeah. Record and play resonate.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been a while, and gain controls are always touchy. And I mean, I have no way of knowing what this is going to sound like when
there
all
would
is
be
said
no
and
way of
done.
knowing.
What's really going to piss me off is if this is the best episode we've ever thought we recorded.
It will inevitably be.
If it doesn't record, we will absolutely
We're gonna be like,
tell everybody that it was the best episode
It was
ever.
The most hilarious
Ever
one that we
recorded.
saved for
And it will
300.
go down in the annals of From the Middle history, along with episode 0.
It will.
Deep,
That
dark
some are still
annals.
begging for. Hey,
Episode 300.
we're back!
Here it
We're
is.
back.
What the heck?
What the heck? Hey, can you say that one more time? I'm checking it.
What the heck?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that
that
definitely peaked on
I
everybody.
peaked a little. Sorry if you're listening and you're.
Sorry about that. I don't want to touch it too much because then it's annoying in post because then I have to find like that spot.
I don't want to highlight the word peaked on a podcast about middle-aged guys. We can just. We're probably good.
We peaked at $2.99. But we're back. It's been a
Quite a
minute.
bit younger then. Yeah.
We were.
We were young and foolish.
Oh, for the love.
Sorry, just clearing my Mountain Dew hole.
I got my phone hole cleaned today.
That's where you keep it?
You're so cerebral and you're so developed and evolved. From the middle after dark over here.
If you've missed us, we've missed each other, and it is very, very good to be back in studio.
True.
Recording live from Dillon, Ohio. 3 middle-class guys. And if you wondered why it's been so long, go back in the podcast's library and whatever streaming app you're listening to and click on 299.5.
Yes.
We recorded a little bit of an explanation. It's not a full episode. And we recorded a little bit of an explanation why it's been a minute, but we're back. And
After another minute.
After another minute, some things happened.
That was our big comeback episode. Then we took another month off.
Yeah. And to be fair, anything's a full episode if you believe in yourself. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And also, to be fair, I did say it might be a sputtery or staggered start, which it was.
True.
But we back, and we're excited. Boys, you will see in front of you an icy cold liquid death. They came out with a flavor that when I saw it, I thought it was an April Fool's type joke. It is not. They have Fruity Pebbles liquid death. I don't know if this is more of a water with a, essence of Fruity Pebbles or a full-on flavored water, but let's crack them open.
Okay.
While we reconnect here and catch up with one another.
Fruity Pebbles. Kind of specifically then because it's been in my world. Let's taste this.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That is literally liquid Fruity Pebbles. There's nothing.
It is sweet.
Oh,
That's very nice.
that's super good. And as an added bonus, unlike the cereal, this is already soggy, so you don't have to worry about
Clink.
eating
Indeed.
it quickly so it doesn't get soggy. Already there, full liquid.
That's very fun.
Yep.
I saw those. I thought of you guys, and I knew I had to have them, and I thought it would be a fun little thing for us to do to commemorate 300.
It is.
It was
fun.
very fun. I also brought a snack. We can do that now or
Ooh.
later if you want something with your drink. We do like to do snacks and food around here, and I have I'm going to give you the American version of this. Soban, Korean Pantry, premium Korean sweet and spicy puffs. And I don't know what the style, I can't read that word. But if you're on YouTube, you can see the logo here. And they're just like tiny little
Assuming that the camcorder is
Yeah, if the camera's working. They're like tiny little chicken drum puffs.
I do like the a drumstick a shaper.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So give it a whirl.
That was
You know
kinda
what I mean?
racist, Corey.
Andrew Santino does it.
He's go listen to Andrew Santino's explanation of why he can get away with that.
I probably can't. Cancel us. Dillon, I think you've prepared some fun 300 themed questions. This is a little party over here. We got snacks, we got fun drinks.
Snackies and drinkies. Okay. I do. I have some for the episode 300. I do have some 300 numbered themed questions. I got a bunch. We can do these. A bunch is relative. I got a handful. We can do these. And I feel like we should just go gut reactions here. Knee jerk. Just throw out. If you want to pick it apart, deep dive, I'll make some split second decisions. And we can jump right in. So taking full advantage of the number 300, let's start with number 1. Would you rather have 300 of your favorite snacks or 300 of your favorite drinks? It can be anything that you want, which is as we're snacking and drinking.
Drinks.
I would also say drinks. I'm a drinks guy.
So what drink would it be?
Oh, man. All of my favorite drinks. So I'm not like picking one. I'm just...
You got to pick one.
Oh.
300 of one type of drink or 300 of one type of snack. You could also make the monetary play. If you're like, my favorite snack is way more expensive than my favorite drink.
That's a boring way to tackle the question.
Gosh. What if my favorite snack is like surf and turf? Does that qualify?
I would call it an entree, but sure.
If we're allowed to go that deep.
I'm still going drink because, we've established my love of drinks in general. I love having a drink on hand, a cold beverage for a guest. The garage fridge is a thing. I'm going to say drinks. 300 of the same drink over and over.
What's your drink?
Probably Mountain Dew, Code Red.
Did you want some of mine? I don't know if that was
it's zero.
If that was like the brotherly, man, that thing you have in your hand looks so good.
Only because
I sure wish I had one of those.
Yeah.
I don't have one.
Yeah. Kendall, do you have a drink?
I've really been into Arnold Palmer's lately.
Ooh.
And so I'm going to go with that. Arizona makes a wonderful one that is still 99 cents, which is fantastic. Recently, we had a whole bunch of lemons. I made lemonade, and I've been making my own tea at home. And I think this is the first time that I had both in our fridge, homemade lemonade and homemade tea, and made a homemade, therefore, Arnold Palmer. And it was beautiful. 300
Arnie Palmies. That's a great choice. I might take 300 of these Fruity Pebble Liquid Deaths, to be honest with you. These are really good.
Hey, listen, protein powders these days. I keep making noises.
Which one of you is that?
I don't know. You can blame me. It's fine.
No, it's definitely my throat. Anyway.
You want to talk about it?
I don't even know what's going on. I used to make fun of Dillon. Well, I still make fun of Dillon now that I know that his sound is voluntary.
That was pretty good, actually. That revelation. I had been doing a little silly fart noise for years.
Yeah.
And Corey was very aware of it because we grew up on it.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to me, this whole time, Kendall has so politely been ignoring it because he thought they were real.
Yeah. Which I thought it was a tick or something. I don't know.
No, he didn't think they were real farts.
Oh, you thought they were just...
He thought that you were making an involuntary mouth noise.
I thought that it was a tick of yours.
Oh, that I
That's
had to
what
do
I
that.
thought. And I thought, this is cool. I've got like
I have a friend with a tick.
I have a special friend.
Yeah.
And he's got like a real job. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of Dillon.
That part is very true. It's not a tick. It's just me being silly.
Kendall's like, he was in retail.
Good for you, champ. I have my 7-year-old daughter doing it now. I'll just walk around the house and she'll just repeat it and do it. It's great. Yeah, that's totally wonderful. Voluntary.
Yes, you do work for a startup tech company.
Yeah.
Yes, you do, buddy.
Yeah, I sit in my beanbag chairs and I do that, don't I? All right.
We're not going to get to these questions.
No, we're not going to get through them all. It's fine. We got like 47 other topics we've saved up we can talk about. I think I'm going to take Mountain Dew though. Seriously, I feel like there's probably a nicer drink that I should be thinking of that I'm not. Like, I should be picking a fancy Perrier or I don't know. What's fancy in the Midwest? I don't know what a fancy drink is.
Topo Chico.
Probably a liquid death, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
It's probably about the fanciest thing. All right. Okay, so similar vein, thinking food or something else. Would you rather have a $300 gift card to your favorite restaurant or your favorite store of choice?
Restaurant.
Store.
Do you feel like the restaurant is the parent play? Like, because you know how far it would go with a family if you had a $300.
Yeah, that could be.
Is that your?
That could
Was
be
that
it.
your? Was that what you were thinking in your head?
That was not. I was thinking Amy and I.
Oh, see, that's much more thoughtful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or less thoughtful. I don't know. How do you looking at? Depends on who's
I
listening.
mean, there's no kids hosting the show.
I mean, I still love
think
my
it's fine.
kids. They don't listen. They will someday, probably. Maybe. I hope. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure. Sometimes I wonder if people would jump instantly to like designer brand, Apple Store, Best Buy. I could have easily seen you going with the store
The
thing.
$300 doesn't go very far in like the stores that I would want it for, right?
It's true. Yeah.
I feel
Corey?
like bang for the buck, $300 will get me more at my favorite restaurant.
That's a lot of date nights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a few. at
That's
most.
true.
But
These days. Yeah.
I'm perpetually a young teenager in my head, and so I went to teenage answer, which was remembering thinking, why would my friends spend their hard-earned birthday or Christmas money on snacks, pop,
Mhm.
things like that when they could go buy toys?
Yeah.
You get a thing at the end instead of something that goes in the toilet.
right?
So that's why I picked store. Because I was like, you get a thing at the end.
So where would you go? Where would you pick?
Yeah.
The Lego store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I take your answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Love you.
That doesn't go as far as it used to anymore
It sure
these days
don't.
either.
Yeah.
Kendall, do you have a restaurant in mind?
Longhorn Steakhouse, probably.
Sure. Yeah,
Solid.
delicious.
Is that? Yeah. I can go there like probably 5 times with my wife.
Can I tell you my favorite order right now? At like Longhorns and Texas Roadhouse in my mind are very similar.
Yes.
There's certainly differences, but like similar pricing, similar menus. Both-
Economically priced steak places
Yeah,
that
both-
are good at what they do.
yeah, both great free bread,
Mhm.
depending on where you go. My favorite thing right now that I do is when we get carry out, I get the chicken tenders with mashed potatoes and gravy. And then I go home, I take it home and I have my little tortillas that I use every morning for my omelets.
Okay.
And I put the mashed potatoes and gravy in the bottom of the tortilla, and then I put the fried chicken on it, and then the ranch. I drizzle that on top of all of it and roll it up in the tortilla and eat it.
Wow. So that's what you go to a steakhouse for.
Yeah. Well, if I'm there, that's the difference. If I'm there, I'll order a steak and enjoy the steak, but I'm not going to carry out a steak in a
Right.
styrofoam container to take home
Oh.
and carve up rubbery at my house. I'm going to get something that'll hold up a little better. But yes, if I'm there, their steaks are perfectly good.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, if anyone relates to my childish way to eat chicken tenders and mashed potatoes, go for it. Okay. Here's another one. Would you rather have a 300-day paid break from work in the middle of your working years or tacked on at the end at retirement age? So almost a year. Would you rather have an extra year off in the middle, paid, or paid at the end? And almost a year earlier.
In the middle,
Yeah, middle.
for sure. I feel like you're younger, more spry.
Younger, more spry. You get a little respite. You catch your breath. You ramp up to go into the next chunk. Right at the end of retirement, you're about to do that anyway.
You probably could use the paid time off financially more
Yeah.
at that point than at the end of your career.
Yeah, your kids, that might be time where the kids are still in the house, do stuff
Absolutely.
with them. See, I can be thoughtful. I would I would do the same thing. I think I'd take the middle.
kids.
First time I've ever heard Dillon talk about his child. Okay, yeah, so we all agree.
I love you, Finley.
She knows I love her. Anyways, would you rather be in a modern remake of 300 as an extra, the movie 300, as an extra with one line, or play the lead in a low-budget parody called 301 Slightly More Spartans?
Okay, the minute that the camera pans away in a serious version of 300 from all those glistening abs and pans over to me,
Yeah.
people are just gonna laugh.
That's not Spartacus.
No, it's a serious movie. It's not a silly.
No, I know.
It's a serious. Like you could be the old townsperson who's like wishing them well off to battle.
I'm just telling you. I'm just gonna look. One of these things is not like.
I didn't say you had to be one of the Spartans.
Oh, I know. It doesn't matter. You're missing the point. It won't matter. They'll just be like, "What's that guy doing in this movie?"
But you were still in a huge blockbuster-y level.
You can tell your friends that you were in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll be memorable because you were the part that people
I'm
laughed
going
at.
with the comedic remake.
You want to be in the lead. You get to be the lead now.
Yeah.
Of the low-budget parody.
Yep.
301 Slightly More Spartans. There is a question mark at the
I
end.
think enough people would watch a 300 parody.
You think so?
That's still worth it.
Not another teen movie style, scary movie style. Yeah, parody. You get to be the lead.
That'd get enough play, I think.
Now you get to lean into the being not physically shaped like the Spartans as part of the joke.
Yeah.
You thought that's what I meant?
Well, I mean,
I did say it that way.
Okay, that's we all. Yeah.
All right. What about you guys? You didn't. Do you want me to ask you since you asked the question?
yeah. I only asked it because I want people to ask me.
We're going to go with parody. Hey, Dillon.
Yeah.
If you had to choose between having a bit part one-liner in the movie 300 or be part of a parody film where you get to play the lead, which would you choose?
What a thoughtfully hilarious question. Gosh, it's a real thinker. It's so nice when people take an active interest in your thoughts and opinions.
It
on
took me
things.
literally all summer to come up with that
I bet
question.
we had months off to think about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to take the lead. I'm going to take my chances on the lead in a low budget parody and hope that people watch it ironically and that it gets popular because of how stupid it is. I'm going to take my shot there.
Right on.
Okay. Let's see. Would you rather have 300 extra hours per year, 12 and a half days, to do whatever you want, or an extra $300,000 one time, no questions asked, and no taxes? So an extra 12 and a half days per year.
Every year?
Every year, or 300,000 one time. This is like the investment play, right? Like, do you want time or do you want the money to invest? And $300,000 in our part of the country invested now at a working age is meaningful.
Yeah.
Or 12 and a half days to do whatever you want every year.
12 and a half days to do anything I want for free every year.
What's that? How many weeks? 52 weeks in a year. So every, 4 weeks you get an extra day?
Oh, I didn't see the for free in there. I assume you still had to pay for you still get to do whatever you want, but you have to pay for it.
Right. You don't get to go, like, you just have the day off of work, basically. It's a free day where it's like an extra day gets added for that, whenever you want it.
And your family has no expectations of you. So let's say it's Kendall time.
If you want, sure.
It's 12 and a half days or Kendall time.
12 and a half days a year of... That's... I'd probably take the $300,000. That's my guess. That's what I think I would do.
You also could argue that in 12 and a half days a year, every year, could you use that time to earn extra things if you want to do hobbies? I mean, literally anything. You can do anything you want in it.
Yeah, give me the money.
Yeah.
I'm taking the time. How about you, Dillon?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dan.
I'm going to take the money.
Time or money.
And it's getting dropped in an investment account, and I'm going to get my extra 300 days at the end of my retirement is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Gaming the system.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, a little over halfway through. Would you rather record a 300-minute mega episode with your favorite guest or do 30 episodes of 10 minutes each with random surprise celebrity guests?
Ooh, random surprise celebrity guests.
That's a good question.
For sure.
If you literally no limit on the who you can get, any guest you could ever pick will just show up for 300 minutes.
Yeah.
And you can talk about whatever you want. There's nothing off limits. You can talk about anything.
I mean, that's one go around, but then a bunch of random celebrities. My wife and I had talked one time about wanting to do possibly a podcast where we interview people from just all kinds of random professions. So
I remember this.
Like janitors and CEOs, gas station clerks,
I
whatever.
think Theo Vaughn does this.
Does he do that? I just copy everything off of Theo Vaughn.
He's
and
had some obscure guests, is all
I
I'm
like
saying.
Theo Vaughn a lot. I had an uncle one time who was like a third poodle. Just crazy.
There's this kid in my town growing up.
I didn't even know that was like a scientifically possible thing, but apparently like anything can like fertilize an egg.
Oh, gosh.
I will say,
Sorry.
I totally get the surprise celebrity guess, but 10 minutes could literally be like 1 or 2 questions and it's over.
Well, here's what I mean, it wouldn't be from the middle episode if we didn't pick apart the question. How celebrity is celebrity? You could get some random...
Well, it says random surprise celebrity. So I think we've generally agreed as a society, celebrities are kind of like A, B, C tier.
Okay.
So like celebrity could be like the voice actor of a show that everyone's like, oh yeah, I think I've heard of that show.
Sure.
It could be like somebody who's a comedian that's only popular because of social media, and but it could be Morgan for other
could
end.
be Bono.
Morgan Freeman,
Okay.
Bono, Steve Carell.
Yeah.
The other fun way you could take this is you could find, if you did the 300 minutes with one person, find somebody that's not been on any podcast and refuses to do it and get them.
Get that one.
And then your podcast blows up.
There's different angles. That's the angle of what you care about at the podcast. Or if you're like, if I could just sit and talk to Sebastian for 300 minutes,
my dream guest.
it happens to be recording, fine. I get to document the fact that I get to spend time with somebody that I've always wanted to spend. You could pick like George Lucas and do a 300-minute long episode with George Lucas.
Yeah.
I think I'm still going to go with the 30 different people.
I get it.
Dillon, what about you, brother?
300 minutes is also a long time.
That is a long time.
If I had phrased my question differently and it was like 30 guests for 30 minutes each, I think I'd pick the 30 minutes and 30 guests for 30. But 10
Well,
minutes
why
is
didn't
so
you do that?
fast. Because I needed to make it harder.
You came up with the question.
I wanted to give myself a not easy choice. I think 10 minutes for me is too fast, and I might not care about the guests, to be honest. If it could be a celebrity, it doesn't. If it's not interesting, it's like cool.
Well, then you're thankful that it's only 10
What
minutes.
did you want to talk about? And they're like, "This is your show," and I'm like, "I don't care."
Did you know that I had an uncle who is half poodle?
He has such a great wit, this guy.
Oh, gosh. Golly, which one?
Can I just say, Dillon has one of my favorite wits in podcast.
Oh, he's great, isn't he?
He's very funny.
so sharp.
Oh my goodness,
You are so sharp.
so sharp from our lovely friends across the pond. I'm gonna do the 300-minute mega. I'm gonna super prepare for it. I'm gonna figure out what guest I want. And I think I'm going to do I'm going to find the right balance of somebody who almost never does something that I would also be really excited to talk about for like however many hours that is. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the super long episode.
All right.
You know how much you could cover and nothing's off limits in that amount of time?
What's that, like 5 hours?
That's a long
Yeah.
time. That's a long interview.
That's some fast math.
All right. Whew.
Could use you in Tulsa.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have 300 browser tabs open permanently on your web browser?
Whatever the next one is. Whatever. I've seen people that do this. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is just how some people live. It's not even a would you rather. Or 300 unread emails that you can't ever delete.
Oh.
Is it still easy now?
Oh, boy.
Champ?
Both are permanent. That's the problem with this question.
Yeah.
I have to look at those little red notification bubbles on my mail app. Both of those suck.
Yeah, not exactly. Not only are they sitting in your email and you've got to always scroll past them, but also the little red notification bubble is there.
So I treat my email the way that like 12-year-old me treated my bedroom. And that like when I clean it all out, it's good, and I keep it that way for like a couple weeks, but it all just goes to hell eventually.
Sure.
Like I can live with that a lot easier than the tabs. I am constantly closing tabs.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely I'd rather go emails.
Do the extra tabs slow down your RAM?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's got a Hemi.
Let's say it's 300 of the lightest websites that they could be on, but still it might slow things down.
But in that case, I don't have to look at red bubbles.
You don't have to look at red bubbles.
Then that one. Then I pick the thing I hated on. Dylan, what about you?
I'm gonna. I couldn't live with not being able to like browse. I can handle staring at emails and having to I can search my email inbox and find something I want. I can't do that. If my internet usage was like snail speed, that would drive me nuts. No, I'll take the emails.
There you go.
All right. Couple left. Almost done. Would you rather listen to 300 hours of your favorite artist on repeat or 300 hours of totally random playlists that could be not just your playlist, any playlist from anywhere in the world?
Any playlist for me. I get tired of my own favorite artists.
Same.
Like eventually,
Same.
after like an album or two, like I've got to move on to something else.
Yes.
Even if you picked like an artist that had 15 different albums, the style was all different-ish, still wouldn't do it for you.
I would still want to move on eventually
Yeah.
over the course of, what would you say, 300 hours?
300 hours of your
Yeah,
favorite artist on
absolutely.
repeat, or 300 hours of totally random playlists
Absolutely,
from all over
rather
the
go
world.
Totally random.
Yeah.
Even the most varied artist is still too much like themselves after 300 hours.
Yeah.
I need the variety. Dylan?
Yeah. I'll do the totally random playlist from all over the world. I realized and it's not just an album, it's a playlist. So you could get a playlist that's 14 hours of Gregorian chants that it is what it is. It just gets shuffled in and you have no idea what you're getting. But you might be stuck with that. But at least there's going to be some different genres eventually.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm going to pick that one. Okay.
That's one of the few that we've all three voted the same on.
I think so.
So
Yeah. Wait, did we all agree on the 301 slightly more Spartans?
Yeah.
yes,
That was one. Okay. All right.
Let's just co-star in it. We'll all three
yeah.
co-headline the film.
Cool. Okay.
It's gonna be huge.
I'm game.
Huge.
It's going to be huge. Okay. I do love the sound effects, though. I sincerely miss. It's one of the things. I don't care if I see you guys at all, but I sincerely miss the sound effects when we record in person. Would you rather relive your favorite day 300 times or get a new mystery adventure every day for 300 days with no repeats?
Are they consecutive days? What if I'm just tired? I need a break.
That matters.
I
these
didn't.
days.
I didn't clarify. You could do either of them anytime. So your favorite or the random adventures, they could be dropped in. So if you pick your wedding day, you don't have to do 300 days of your wedding day in a row. You could pick every couple months. You do it again.
So it's a singular thing.
Sure.
I'm going with variety again.
I might go with So could I do just baseball games, and it could be at different stadiums and stuff?
Oh, you pick a category of adventure. That's a fun way to splice it.
No, the question says relive your favorite day 300
Yeah,
times.
but you wrote the question.
You got to pick one. I'm unflinchingly rigid on this.
Kendall just logged off, and Dylan did the old per my email.
Yeah.
The question reads,
In case you missed it.
Golly. Ouch.
Yeah.
dang.
Unflinchingly rigid on this one.
I would probably. I think I would go with a favorite moment, and I don't know what it would be. I was talking to Isaac. Isaac and I, my oldest boy, went to a baseball game last night. That was a lot of fun. And so I was talking to him today about how man, I still I wish we were still there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things like that. I feel like if I thought about it enough, I could pick the moment that had my whole family in it that I would want to relive that over and over and over again. Whenever I want to, I'd probably go that route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pick the reliving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Pirate's Voyage.
Oops.
It's a
Good
good one.
medieval times with the family.
There goes my favorite drink.
Oh, jeez.
I think I'm going to take the 300 adventures. I never put in there you couldn't give up if you didn't like it. So
Yeah, is there a bailout?
yeah, if you don't like it, if I just decide I don't want to do it, I get to the day that's shark cage diving. Nope, good on this adventure.
Oh, we out.
I pass. Yeah.
But
I'll take that.
See, you're requalifying it for yourself now, Dillon.
It's my world, man.
I think that if you don't do the shark cage adventure, that you don't get a new adventure until you check that box.
Okay, maybe I'd do it.
Oh, that's a fun way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do the whole day. Then you unlock.
You unlock
Adventure,
whatever the next
the
one is.
next
whatever
adventure.
the crazy dream monkey has for you next.
But you know what to hype yourself up for. So
Are you changing the rules for my questions?
Yeah.
yes, we are.
I have tasted my own medicine, and it is bitter.
Does it taste like liquid death?
No, this is delicious.
It is.
I'm gonna do the 300 adventure still. I'll take
All
my
right.
chances.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was fun.
I'll try it out.
And your next adventure, friends, is listening to the second half of this episode. This feels like a great time to take a break and hear some words from some of our dear friends who still love us, I hope, in Odd Pods Media.
If you're into comedy, game shows, and improv, you should come check out BFYTW. We are an adult British-inspired comedy panel show. New episodes release every Thursday through your favorite podcast player or bfytwpod.com. We're also a founding member of the Odd Pods Media Network and would love for you to join us for some laughs.
Greetings, fellow nerds. It's Garrett, your host of The Nodak Nerd, part of Odd Pods Media, the podcast where we explore the vast realms of geekdom. From the latest superhero flicks to retro video games and everything in between, we've got you covered. Join me for insightful reviews, hilarious discussions, and maybe even a few heated debates. Find The Nodak Nerd wherever you listen to podcasts. Let's get nerdy.
All right.
What is up, fellas?
Well, I had a question first. You know,
Yeah.
we were talking about involuntary noises that you think you have. Do you ever, you're just like sitting there perhaps watching a movie and your body decides it needs extra air and you take like a forced extra inhale that you do like a, does that ever happen to you guys?
Yeah.
Involuntarily?
Yeah. Like a deep inhale
Yeah,
that feels a bit forced happens
I think
upon
so.
you.
I think so.
I think that's our body's way of saying like, breathe deeper.
Are you saying like your body almost forgot to breathe?
No. I'm saying you're breathing naturally,
Sure.
and all of a sudden you do like a.
Huh.
That's like your body. Why does that happen? I think.
I think a cardiologist can probably tell you.
I think
All
you're
right.
talking to the wrong audience on that.
well, that's my last day of being 40, so
I'd go on WebMD, but I'm afraid of the answer.
starting tomorrow, I will be in my 40s.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's true.
That's fun.
You should ask. You should ask your doctor at your
Okay.
next yearly checkup.
All right.
But I'm sure it's happened to me before. I do have an involuntary shudder when I've eaten too much.
Yeah.
Corey, you've seen that.
This is
happen.
real.
It's like my body trying to shake the food out of my mouth. Like,
It's like it
Nope.
looks like
Nope.
he got the shivers.
Wow.
yeah, and my head shakes. It's like, nope, that's the limit right there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all done.
Yeah, it's full to the top.
Grab.
Let me just double check. Yep. Can't.
Yeah. Grab the napkin, toss it on the table. I'm out.
That's it.
Indian people at the restaurants think that he's communicating with them.
Nope. Not mocking the culture, just full.
Hey, it's
Had
a thing.
enough.
It happens. Hey, Middlers, after you answer your 300 questions from the first half of this episode,
Yes.
let us know if your body involuntarily does weird stuff.
I don't know how we haven't covered that before in 299 other episodes.
It happened to me the other day, and I thought, I'm putting that in the note. Feels like something worth bringing up on the show.
I need to talk to somebody about this.
I'm second guessing that decision now, but here we are. Let's go around the horn and catch up. It has been far too long since our friends have heard from us, and I feel like we owe them a little life update.
Super long time. Yeah, we're most of the way through summer. School's starting back up for kiddos. We did a couple little getaways, which was nice. Houston Woods State Park. We went to Indiana. We went to a Ben Rector concert, and completely in Indianapolis, completely unbeknownst to one another, Corey and I both bought tickets to go to the same show. And so we got to meet up at the concert, hung out in line together.
It was fun.
And it was fun. It was a great show.
Matt Carney opened, did a great job.
Matt Carney opened really good. And really, really great. Ben Rector's so good live. We've seen him twice now. So hot, obscenely hot outside. It was painful. But really great show. We had a really good time.
Before you move off of that, did you see that he posted a little travel log of that show?
My wife Bree showed me that.
Yeah.
Yes. He literally like a day in the life, and it's from the Indianapolis
For the show that we were at.
the show that we were at, and he showed how sweaty his shirt was at the end of the night. Mm-hmm. And I have to say, I wasn't on stage, but he probably had a little more sweat than me by the end.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, I felt good about it.
I will say I'm not a heavy concert goer. I go to a couple, maybe one show a year on average. I thought coming out of that was one of the most technically sound, instrumentally in the pocket shows I think I've ever seen. They were so on it. And I know Ben has shared some behind the scenes videos before, and he has admitted that he is very picky about mixing and lighting, and I would assume that extrapolates to how he wants his bandmates to perform. It was just really buttoned up and dialed in, and it was a really, really fun show. It's just one of Sherry's favorite artists. Anytime we're flying to go somewhere, she puts on a Ben Rector playlist and listens to it on the flight. So it reminded her of all these fun trips that we've been on together, and she just really, really enjoyed it. So fun time. Great
That's
show,
awesome.
Ben.
Yeah. It was a great show. Watched a lot of stuff in the last couple months. Won't go there yet. But it's been a really good time. I did have a sort of inconsequential question, like your involuntary breathing, when you should want to do that.
Not general
all the time.
breathing. Breathing is good.
Right.
Extra breathing.
Extra gasping for air.
Yes. Yeah. That's a
Involuntary
word. That's the word, I think.
Gasps
Gasping
for air. Yeah. Just logging this away for Corey's primary care physician. Anyways, I had a question. I thought this would be the perfect one to talk about on the podcast. So I always seem to pick the wrong drive-up line. We've talked about this in the grocery store. I always pick the wrong line that moves the slowest. It's just my lot in life. I understand it's just going to happen. Same thing with drive-thrus when there's multiple drive-thrus. I always pick the wrong thing, no matter what it is. Car wash, different lanes, food, different lanes. It's fine. It is what it is. But I have a question, and I'm going to start with the drive-up thing. When you pull up to a drive-thru and you're ready to order, pick any fast food restaurant. Just one lane in this part of the story.
Okay.
How long do you wait at the microphone with no one greeting you or talking to you before you say something?
That's a wonderful question.
How hungry am I?
It's probably about I feel like when you're sitting in silence, a minute feels like a long time. But I would probably say about a minute, which I feel like is very patient.
I think so. And with the rise of AI drive-through people, I feel like you're more and more you're going to get at least a robot talking to you within a minute.
Yeah.
So about a minute is how long you'd wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been over here counting, and I think I got it 15 seconds, and I was like, this is getting uncomfortable.
15 or 60 seconds.
For me, I'm getting annoyed that it's taken this long.
Okay. So the other day I pulled up, actually, Corey, it was the McDonald's by your house. 2 lanes now in this one, right?
Yeah.
So I pull up, no cars anywhere in the drive-thru. I pull up, I'm sitting there. I don't want to exaggerate at all, but I really think it was at least 90 seconds.
Oof.
No response. And I'm like, okay, how long do I do this? Now remember, we've gone from a one drive-thru scenario to a second drive-thru scenario. Car pulls up to the second drive-thru. I'm now kind of watching them. Within about 10 to 15 seconds, someone starts talking to them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Go back. Did you see or hear a conversation with the first car happening when in your 90-second window?
I'm the first car.
No. When you waited, there was nobody on the other side?
Yeah. I'm pulled up by myself. There's 2 lanes. I'm the only
Were you
only
left
car.
or right? Because I feel like that matters.
I'm left. I'm
So you're
closest
left.
to the building.
Yeah.
I'm the only car in the entire drive-thru.
Okay.
I wait for 90 seconds,
Wow.
no response. Second car pulls up into the right lane.
Yeah.
Okay.
They get talked to in about 10 seconds.
You go through drive-thrus enough, and you've experienced
Got it.
that issue. And
something out of sync.
makes you feel angry.
Yeah. It is. Would I be allowed to feel angry? Is that a reasonable response at that
I think
point?
anger is a reasonable emotion
Yeah.
to feel. It depends on what you do.
You're allowed to be
With that
angrily
anger.
inquisitive. You're like, hey, wait a second.
Yeah.
So you're not mad yet. You're just like, I'm justified in my.
Maybe getting a little sarcastic.
Yeah, I can
You're
give
like-
him the old hello,
Yeah.
at that point. Billy? Yeah, basically. Is anybody there? Yeah, okay. So that's what I did. Okay,
Yeah.
now the second car has now pulled away that was in the right lane. And I've been sitting now for probably close to
Are you
2
rocking?
minutes.
Are you going drive, reverse, drive, reverse?
No, at first I thought you meant hyperventilating. Maybe that. I was not reversing and driving forward.
Try
and
to
back.
trigger the.
No, there was none of that. So as the second car is now in the lane, and unbeknownst to me, they haven't pulled away yet, but they're about to. I said, hello? And they go, wait, please. To me now.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know what's happening inside their systems,
Mm-hmm.
but it feels like as a society, we've agreed upon certain rules. And this doesn't feel like they're adhering to their piece of the social contract
Right.
at this
Wow.
point.
Yeah.
So now I'm feeling put off. And it's about another 20 seconds, and another car has pulled up to the right again.
Yeah.
And I'm determined that if someone starts talking, I'm just going to say, you need to take my order next, please.
Yeah.
And I sit there for about 5 seconds, maybe 10. Again, I'm trying not to exaggerate. No one has talked to them yet, and I finally get a voice. And then I feel like I should be allowed to use an annoyed tone, but I don't because I'm a grown-up. I place my order, and I pull through and leave. And that's the end of it. But I don't know at what point it's reasonable to say something else other than, hello? And to say, hey, what would you say happened there when I get up to pay?
I
What-
would need to know.
What could I have done?
It's probably my fault.
It's probably me. I probably ordered the food away that I would never have ordered in my entire life, and I asked for it with all the onions when I've never ordered that in my life. My bad. What could I have done differently for you to serve me in a way? I don't know at what point you feel comfortable saying anything.
Yeah.
I feel like the hello thing is like I waited too long.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that. That's on me. That part's on me. But I don't know at what point you say something to somebody when that happens and it feels unjust.
Yeah. Now, I think it's important in your mind or experience, if you've ever observed, because I don't think any of us have worked a drive-through since the advent of the double drive-through situation.
no, we have not.
I've always assumed that that's not one person going back and forth. There's two people with headsets on.
I don't know.
If that's true, then it just means whoever's listening to headset for drive-through lane A that you were in was taking a shit someplace.
Probably.
And they needed to flush first. And that it wasn't somebody and it wasn't just a single headset person who's just choosing not to serve drive-through A right now.
I'd like to think so.
That's
See, I never
my assumption.
considered it was two people, two headsets, two channels. I always assumed because they go back and forth that it was one system, same order going to multiple people perhaps, but they're toggling between.
But it's one person who's
One
in charge
person
of this one, and then
yeah.
they switch to the next one.
And unless it's a toggle that only works to activate the voice, like the order, it's not a back and forth thing. It just assumes that there's a sensor. Anyway, I don't know.
The whole thing's an enigma. It's a black box.
We have so
I don't
many
understand
questions
it.
for McDonald's.
And anyone who's worked a double drive-through, I'm gonna have to. I'll just Google it. I'm gonna go on YouTube.
We need to answer that question. I think
Maybe my
in order to have a
300-hour,
good, thoughtful response to.
maybe my 300-hour podcast interview is like the CEO of McDonald's, and I'm like, first of all, I have a lot of questions.
Nick, first of all, I would say that if it's true, which we don't know that it is, it sounds like we don't think that it is. If it's true that it's two headsets, two people,
Sure.
Yes,
that the person who's on headset A has to. That's like your starter, right? That's the person who should be good at it, right? Yeah. The apprentice is on headset B.
Yeah,
right.
They're
and
the
it sounded like
understudy.
the apprentice was doing far better.
Yeah,
and the starter was full of themselves at this point. In the twilight of the career.
Yeah, the understudy really outshined
with the Steelers. Yeah,
yeah, the understudy outshined the starter, and I was in the starter lane, and my opening night wasn't very good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm also going to ask the CEO about their ice cream machines and figure out what's going on there. We got a lot. That seems like a lot of time to fill.
Didn't they fix that now?
I don't know.
I think that there was
there was an article
lawsuit that because there was this whole thing that was going on where there was a third-party company who was like,
Yes.
hey, McDonald's franchise owners, like, we can fix your machines. We can get around the thing that doesn't allow you to make ice cream.
Yeah.
And then McDonald's sued them and said, hey, you got to stop doing that in our stores. And then the stores, I think, a bunch of franchise owners were like, no, we want the freedom to be able to bring these people in and fix what you can't.
Yeah.
I think they won that.
Or the machines themselves now give the restaurant employees the ability to do service. It's either they can work around this like company that had the monopoly to service them, or the machines themselves can be serviced by the employees now.
Yeah.
There's not like a secret key that only this one company has.
Right.
So the understudy repairman outshined the starter,
Yeah.
and the franchisees went, we want the understudy.
Yeah.
Better opening night.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. I needed to know how long's reasonable. 60 seconds feels like a max.
That's really long.
That's a long time.
You went through your list quickly. I see that you have a ton of stuff that you've been streaming. Let's hold that for now.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah.
And Kendall, how's your last 3 months been? Give us all of it.
It started
in
off
4
great.
minutes.
Yeah, we went camping and things like that, and had all kinds of wonderful things planned. The twins. So I'll tell the story from this angle. So the twins turned 10 this year, and we do this thing. We're on your 10th birthday. We make a big deal. We used Southwest built up miles and our Hyatt credit card free stays to take you on a trip for your 10th birthday.
Double-digit trip.
Just one parent, one kid, go on a trip.
Nice.
So we had told the twins about this and had their trips scheduled. Okay. The weekend before, and they were both happening in the same week. So like I was taking Joel flying to Chicago. We were going to see an MLS soccer game there, and then we were going to be back by Thursday. And then Amy and Lydia were going to leave for Orlando, Florida to do a beach vacation kind of thing for 2 days, and then come back the weekend before. On a Sunday afternoon, I start feeling a pain that I've never felt before. That was crazy intense. And it turned out, so like I had this like little bump on my stomach that like my doctor has known about for the past couple of years. He's like, yeah, it's probably it's either like a lipoma or it could be a hernia or something. Let's not worry about that right now. It doesn't seem to be causing any problems. It started causing problems on that Sunday. And to the point that like I couldn't sit, I couldn't lie down. There was no way to get away from the pain. And because I couldn't sit, like called a squad to take me to the hospital. And turns out it is a hernia, and it had intestines inside of it that were strangled.
Dude.
Blood flow was gone, and they were dying. Just the ones in there, which is not a routine hernia at that point.
Sure.
So they did surgery that night and fixed all of that, put me back together. And after like 3-4 days or something like that, went home. Meanwhile, all of this was happening during the week, and we had to cancel both of those trips.
Oh.
Right? And then now I'm in like recovery mode. So like the rest of the summer is like, yeah, man, I can't do any more camping trips. Like I can't lift anything now for a while, and I'm all on restrictions and things. And so that sucks. Then the following week, like the incision wasn't doing things that it should be. And so I go back into the hospital to get that taken care of. And then now, instead of having staples, if I'm sharing too much information,
Hey, this
people
is
don't
great.
want to.
I am not eating the chips right now.
I'm kidding. So now they take the staples out, way before the staples would normally come out. And so now, instead of doing it that way, we're doing it the old-fashioned way with wound packing. And so Amy was wound packing my incision twice a day for a while. And in the meantime, things seemed to be going and progressing okay enough that we couldn't schedule Joel's trip yet, the one that I was taking him on. But we did go ahead and schedule. I learned how to pack the wound myself in a mirror, and
That's pretty manly.
yeah.
Yeah.
and scheduled the trip for Lydia and Amy. They are packed up and ready to go the following morning when I start getting a horrendous like pain again in that same area the night before.
Oh, jeez.
I go back to the hospital, and that ended up being a weird. It was associated with the surgery. Nothing was leaking or anything like that. It wasn't that serious, but there was like a blockage in there, and so they needed to deal with that. Meant another few days in the hospital, followed by a liquid-only diet for a while. After that, canceled the trip again.
Oh, no.
My poor daughter.
Yeah.
And so trying to explain then to her and to the kids and things like that, it's like, this summer just isn't going the way we wanted it to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but now I sit here. Now that was now a few weeks ago, and doing better now.
As you say, how we feeling? How we feeling?
I feel fine. I'm off my restriction now is if it starts hurting, stop doing whatever it is I was doing. So and go on rest. But I walked a lot yesterday. Isaac and I went to a baseball game up in Cleveland, and I probably walked a good couple miles over the course of the evening. And,
your doctor's like, do you have a hilarious podcast that forces you to gut-bustingly laugh from time to time? You should probably refrain.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad everything's...
That's where it is right now. Now we still have these trips that we have to schedule at some point.
Yeah,
after the third hospital stay, we were like, we're not going to schedule these.
For a little
just
bit. Hold off.
We're
sure.
not going to try to force any of this.
Yeah.
They know where you live. I mean, they'll make sure that you keep your end of the bargain.
But man, so that was our summer. I read a lot of books over the course of the summer. Watched a little bit of stuff. Went to a few movies. And it sounds like we'll talk about all of that kind of stuff another time. But that was.
Was there a part? I mean, it's not nice to ask, but was there a part of being laid up that was kind of nice?
Yeah, in a way.
Life got so hectic for me there for a while that I was like, I just need to injure myself or something.
There is a part of that
to justify sitting.
The fact that it's annoying, and also when you feel bad because
it affects others.
Isaac's big birthday gift was a tent, a small little 2-person tent for him. He's been wanting his own tent, and that was going to come with a camping trip, just me and him, and we couldn't do that. Still gave him the tent, and then a couple nights ago, me and him camped out in the backyard.
Nice.
But so that didn't happen. These birthday trips didn't happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure probably multiple camping trips and fishing and things like that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for the kids and for the family because of this whole hernia thing, the hernia thing kind of just stopped everything else that was going to be our summer.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
So that is more of what I felt.
That's a very thoughtful and serious answer. I was thinking more of the guys who schedule their vasectomy before Final Four.
Yeah.
So they can just have an excuse to
snap.
I had my 41st birthday.
Yes. Happy belated.
So Amy had her big fancy schmancy biggest conference of the year, which was in Chicago. And we had to choreograph that so that I could go with her because she was still my wound packer at the time. And that was also when I was on the liquid only diet, so I couldn't eat anything. But it was still so fun. I've always wanted a Chicago Italian beef sandwich.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never had it before. Al's is kind of the place to get it. And so I was like, Amy, you have to. We're going to Al's, and I want you to order. I'm going to tell you what you got to order, and then you're going to tell me all about it. And we're going to sit there, and you're going to eat it, and I
explain it to me in detail.
Yeah, and she got the if you know anything about it, she got the sandwich dipped.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
and then she was eating it, and I did wring some jus from the bun into my mouth, which was fun.
You like twisted
I-
the sandwich.
Yeah, can I just suck on your sandwich real quick? I can't eat any of it, but I can suck on the juice of your sandwich
Yeah.
if I could do that. So it did that, which was, that was fun.
I thought you were going to say that you had them puree half of the sandwich so you could drink it.
Oh, man. See, a clear liquid diet, which means like nothing
Okay,
like that.
clear
even
liquid.
either.
You
Like if
didn't
you
say-
drink juice, it has to be pulp free kind of
Okay,
stuff.
got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, couldn't even do that. It was a protein shakes and and Powerades. And stuff. Did that. But then on the drive home was the day of my birthday, and like we stopped at a Cabela's, which was real fun. Picked up some gifts for the kids. We stopped at like the Albanese, which is like the other gummy bear place.
Yeah.
They have a factory with a factory store. Stopped there, which was cool.
Do they have anything there that you can't get in stores? Like a
Uh,
special.
No, other than like you can buy like their mistakes, like the gummy worms stuck together kind of thing.
Okay.
The peach rings came out a little weirdly colored.
Our neighbor
And
got
you
us.
can buy that for cheap.
Our neighbor got us turned on to that brand. She's like, that's the only type of gummy. She gets the
Haribo is king, but
Yeah.
that was that. And then we went to the Bullet Ranch when we got home. Amy and I did. We did that, and
Nice.
yeah, it was fun.
Very fun. So you're having a delayed summer. You're going to still do all those things.
We're still going to do all those things eventually. We'll see when they happen.
All right. I'm glad you're okay, buddy.
Thanks.
There's been a lot of change around here, so that's been probably a new dynamic for you, not doing the worship leading thing
Not doing
anymore.
the worship leading thing anymore.
How's that feel?
It feels that's the part where it feels there's confusion has turned into waiting and rest and wondering of what's next and that sort of thing. There's been a group of us from that who have begun meeting on Sunday evenings, and I've been playing a little bit and singing a little bit with that. As we pray and talk and kind of be there for each other, it kind of feels more small groupish
Yeah.
in that way. Like leading worship for a small group, which is a sweet little time to have. And so that's been good. But that's been the thing where it settled into this is feeling nice.
Mm. You put so much care and thoughtfulness into a weekend. I know.
Yeah.
Because I was on your team sometimes, and you did it so thoughtfully that has to feel like just a change of your pace and how you think about your weeks, and because so much went into the weekend and prep for the weekend, and not even if you were, if sometimes you would preach, even if you weren't preaching, like just the worship leading thing. So yeah, you're very good at it, and I just wondered how you were doing with that. Yeah.
All right, Corey, your summer. By the time this releases, happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Happy
Thanks,
birthday.
guys. Yeah,
Happy
yeah,
birthday.
yeah. 41. Woo! I'll join in the 41 club with Kendall. Yeah. So I did a guys trip out to Colorado. It was primitive camping for a full week. Gold panning, trout fishing, hiking. It was super fun. My oldest graduated from high school, which is wild, and in just a matter of days goes off to college. She has her first boyfriend.
Ooh,
I'm a dad with a kid with a significant other.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
So-
clean your gun in front of him?
So much to talk about there. He makes that really hard because he's a really good kid.
Yeah.
And I wanted, a piece of me wanted to do all those things, but I read a book about that once that was like, that says more about what you think about your daughter's choices and about you and your insecurities than it does about the guy.
Well, I
probably.
think these days it would just be funny.
Yeah.
Like that's why you do it now.
His name's Gavin. Shout out to Gavin. He was in the driveway when I left to come record, and he's like, "Talk about me." And I was like, "Yeah, you don't know what you're asking for. I will." So shout out to Gavin. He's a really good kid, and they're going to college together. He will be at Lily's school as well, and his mom works at the school, so that's kind of nice. They're not too far, but yeah, it's a lot of change. Having one of your brood find a special person and be going off to college, the dynamics are going to change, and lots to talk about there that we can dig into at another time, because it's too much to get into. But this is part of the reason why we did this podcast, being young dads and the things that we go through and new chapters of life. This is definitely a new chapter. In much less exciting and dramatic news, my son got a VR headset with his hard-earned money,
Nice.
and I'm having so much fun playing on that. We need to talk about that. It is wild. I've always kind of secretly wanted one, but never really wanted to justify the purchase. He doesn't have bills, so he can save his money for one, and I can play on it. It's really, really fun. I let Dillon play with it a little bit at a family get-together. Case let his uncle play with it. Let's see. Sherry took a sabbatical from her job for what was supposed to be 7 weeks. She has decided to extend that, and I transitioned from full-time employment in corporate America to freelancing right at the beginning of the summer. So Sherry coined this summer our high school summer, where we have no money and float in our pool on Tuesday at 1. Dude, and it has been the perfect term because that's what it has felt like. The kids actually voted that we not do any big vacations this year, which worked out well because it meant we get to maximize time at home with Lily before she goes off to school. So we have had a very chill, understated, stay at home kind of summer other than my guys trip thing. So that's been fun. Let's see. Oh, guys, we've complained about the BMV a lot. I know this is like in the recap of my summer. This truly is one of the highlights. So I got the snail mail notifications that all 4 of my vehicles registered in my name tags are expiring. And so somewhere in the document, I saw that you could do it online if you go to like oplates.com or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I wonder just how much can be done from this state issued website. So I go there. It's so easy. You click your vehicle, 1995 Chevy Silverado. Do you need new tags, new registration, or both? Just new tags, please. Click. Do you want 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 years? Don't know that it's going to run for 5 years, so let's just do 1.
Yeah.
Add to cart. Great. 2015 Honda Odyssey. Do you need new registration, tags, card, or whatever? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 year. Add to cart. Oh, while I was there, my ID expires this year. Do you also want to do your ID? Great. Just go ahead.
So nice.
Add to cart. I pay for everything on the website. 2 minutes later, the Apple Wallet version of my ID updates and says it's now good until 2029. You guys.
Wow.
Game changer.
That is amazing. You know,
I didn't go anywhere. I didn't have anybody who didn't have their documents ready. And what do I need for my birth certificate, social security? And then do we go? I did it all. It was so easy.
You know what you could do also is get that same piece of mail and then you just like set it on your desk and then forget that it showed up. And then you clean up your desk 11 days after your birthday when the registration on, let's say, your Pacifica minivan expired, and then you're thinking,
As an example,
I've got a trip to Cleveland. Mm-hmm. I don't want to get like nailed for this, and so I gotta I can't. It's too late to do online now. I have to go to the BMV and wait in line and go that route and wonder to myself, am I getting arrested today? Anyway, you could do it that way.
You could
as an example. So yeah, a week or 10 days later, envelope shows up in the mail. All 4 new stickers for all 4 vehicles. And then like another handful of days, my new ID shows up. It was, I came out and told, especially when I got the notification that my Apple Wallet ID had been updated minutes after the transaction. Yeah. I go, babe, this is probably a clear sign that I'm aging, but like the such positive user experience I just had with a notoriously difficult and painful thing was so amazing that I need to tell everybody about it.
That's good on you, Ohio.
Good on you.
It was so awesome.
Also, Kendall, how you said 11 days after your birthday was very Sebastian.
11 days after your
11 days after your birthday.
And you can't afford to get pulled over.
Yeah.
Am I going to get dinged for not having this done?
For all the crap the DMVs and BMVs of the world have gotten over the years, the fact that they're finally realizing that technology exists and perhaps it can be leveraged for people to not be as angry, they deserve some level of credit for that.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with the people that actually work in all the individual offices. It's not their call.
Yeah.
Somebody somewhere finally said, you know what? The internet exists. We should probably take advantage of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did it.
So here's two fun ones. I'll end on some injuries. One was self-inflicted and one was abuse. So after
I think Corey is hilarious.
So I'm a good dad, and I've had two girls first. So jury's out. And so after my third child as a boy, I'm like, I get to teach him some like fun boy stuff. So this is about a year and a half ago. I teach Case the game of bag tag.
Sure.
And I'm like, it's a fun game. You play with your friend.
Classic.
And so I do the gesture for him the first time I'm teaching him. I'm like, you take the back of your hand and you just do a little like a 45-degree little whip, and you just tag your buddy's nuts, and it's fun. It's a fun game to play. Oh, gosh. And Sherry's like shaking her head like after she learns that he and I are like going around the house doing
Corey
this.
was killing it.
He was killing it, and people were like, "Yeah, right."
So like we come up with little like rules and like, okay, this time of day is off limits or whatever, right? For weeks, I forget that I've taught him this game.
Yeah.
And I'm standing in my kitchen, and I need to stand up to do this, but like I can hopefully explain it. Case comes between the hallway out into the kitchen and winds up. So he goes across his body with his front arm all the way back 180 degrees, and with a closed fist, the back of his fist just destroys me. And that thing,
which one is his front arm, by the way?
just his leading arm, whichever one he was, like boxing terminology, like his leading.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he goes 180 degrees and just closed fist, bam, not open hand, just back of his hand, just as hard as he could.
He did the game wrong.
Yeah.
He did the game very wrong.
And so if you're of the male persuasion, you know that if you've ever taken a shot for a half second, you're like, I think I'm okay here. Because for a little bit, you're like, oh, it didn't hurt. And I went right to my knees. And I just did it like I thought I was going to. And then he's laughing, and then he sees how much pain I'm in, and then Dad, and then Chloe goes, what happened to Dad? And he's just like, I hit him. It's a game we play.
No, it's a game you play. That's not the rules of the game.
And so I go, okay, buddy, we're going to talk about. I forgot to tell you some very important parts of the game. So anyway, that was one funny thing that happened. It came back to bite me.
It's kind of like the level of restraint you have if like you're near a glass window and a mosquito lands on the window and you want to just kill the mosquito, but you're very aware there's glass.
Right, yeah.
And so you have to like really, in a real gentle, that's the way you should play if you're going to play the game.
Yeah.
Also, did you follow up with, has he been playing that way with any friends?
No.
And how did that go?
No, I think I maybe even said this is a game I used to play with my buddies, and this is a fun game you and I can play.
Sure.
So I don't know that I encouraged him necessarily to play with his friends. So the other one is a little more serious. Week of the 4th of July, my mom was hosting a pool party. Our mom was hosting a pool party. And she tried to get the maximum amount of pool in the space that was available. And this is to the side of their house, between the side of their house and their property. So they opted for a very, very long and skinny pool. It's like the ratio is not one that you normally see, side to short side to long side. It's like a very, very long lap pool, basically, with a deep end. And we only been there a couple times. And so This is July 3rd, the day before the holiday. We've got a bunch of family. It's a perfect day. It's like 86, sunny, no wind. It's just like a great day. We've got music going. And me, Enneagram 7, center of attention, likes to make people laugh guy, decides to do like this weird, lazy flip into the pool. And I don't rotate enough and crack and I was way shallower than I thought I was. And I crack the top of my head right. And the minute I do, I hear in between my shoulder blades. And I get up and like sort of like assess. I know it's bad. And I like assess. And our mom runs out and goes, "What are you doing? Are you trying to scare me? That was so stupid." And I was like, "Yeah, it's fine." She goes away and I'm like, "Oh man." And that night, like you guys, I couldn't move. And that night I go to bed on ibuprofen. I wake up the following morning and I'm weeping. It's so bad. And I'm like, I don't know what I did, but this feels serious. It wasn't everything's fine, but it was like so scary there for a minute because we know some people and there's some very sad stories in our family about pool injuries. And I've had a pool in our backyard for years and we've not, been stupid, been silly and had a problem. But it involved like x-rays and them going like, okay, you didn't fracture anything. It seems to be just trapezius muscles stuff that you really jacked. And so I'm still like there, like if I tweak it just the right way, it like shoots through my whole body, but we've eliminated the scary stuff. So yeah, that was really stupid. But yeah, it was a scary, could have been way worse. Very, very fortunate that it was not more serious. But it was like I did the whole chiropractor, regular physical therapy stuff to try to get it back to some normalcy. But it was pretty touch and go there for a second.
It's true. It could have been worse, though. I mean, Case could have gotten you again.
That's right.
Right down to your knees if he hits you just hard enough. And,
hey, Dad, that was a good jump.
As you get out of the pool, just insult to injury.
In both cases, though, you're just doing something, and in an instant, life can change. So that was a little scary and very stupid. And yeah, I learned my lesson, I think, on that one. But yeah, it's been an interesting summer.
Yeah. So between 299.5 and episode 300, you got a pretty good idea why we just took a couple months off. You know what I mean?
We're falling apart over here.
This is part of being three middle-class guys in the middle of America.
We have
chapters of our lives.
We've got hospital appointments
with injuries somewhere in the middle.
Injuries somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
It has been really fun being back in studio again. It has been really fun catching up. There is a lot of really good entertainment that I'm excited to share with you guys that I know I've watched. I can see what's on your list too. It's going to be fun to talk about some of that. We'll probably save it for next time when we have fewer life events to update you on. Good Lord, the people with misophonia are wanting to throat punch you.
What do you mean?
Because you just took one of those Soban premium Korean sweet and spicy puffs with young and yum sauce style. Anyway, and crunched it right into the mic.
Though. If you're on YouTube, here's the bag again.
Is that like a Costco bag?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just the hyper quick version of this story. I know we're wrapping up. I'm standing at Costco and I'm looking at this because it looks interesting. They're drum waffle chip drumstick, puffy, light, delicious. And I'm staring at the bag, and there's a guy next to me staring an awkward amount of time without moving or talking or looking or doing anything else, and he's just staring at the bag. And I'm like, people at Costco really want to help each other find stuff, like more so than any other store I've been at. So I'm like, have you had these before? And he said, they haven't had them in a year. I should have bought more bags last time. I'm loading up. And so his enthusiasm as he started grabbing bag after bag, I'm like, I at least need one. And then I immediately went back and got several more bags. They're great. Yeah. Delicious. Sorry if you didn't like the crunch. But
no, you're not.
That's true. I don't really care. But they are delicious. You should try.
I know we said it on 299.5. I'll say it again because you deserve it. So many of you have reached out, you've texted, you've messaged, just to check in because it scared you because we were so consistent for 299 episodes.
True.
And then, yeah, so thank you so much for the handful of you that reached out. It really means a lot. Seriously, thank you.
That's true.
And some of you even said, hey, this isn't because I desperately want another podcast episode in my inbox. This is just because I care about you and want to know you guys are doing okay. So thank you for that. We really appreciate it. This has been a fun one. I really hope it recorded. We're gonna find out.
87% sure that was recorded.
That's right.
87.
But thank you, Odd Pods, for hanging in with us as well. I know Dillon probably has done a great job keeping our commitments with that. And shout out to Artius Man, where you can get some amazing men's grooming products specifically for your facial hair and face and beard and the like. Go to artiusman.com. That's ARTIUSMAN.com. And when you fill your cart full of beard and face grooming goodies, use promo code THEMIDDLE at checkout. That's The Middle, all one word, all caps. Put it in the promo code box there at checkout, and you will get 25 25% off of your order, and you'll be very glad when you get those sweet, sweet smelling products for your face.
It's true.
Hairs. So thanks, Artius Man. Appreciate your partnership. And thanks, Middlers, for hanging in and being patient. It's so fun to be back, and we are excited to get back at it. Bye.
From the Middle is back, now with 2 feet less intestines.